They called it the Garden in the Void, a stretch of space unlike any known region, bathed in vibrant light, teeming with vast floating structures shaped like petals, towers, and seas suspended in nothingness. The anomaly pulsed with color, like a living thing dreaming with its eyes open. Captain Naira's crew had arrived on a mission of curiosity. What they found was silence. No signals, no signs of life, just the strange beauty and the undeniable pull of wonder. They sent probes. The probes never returned. Then, one by one, the crew began to wander. Drawn to the observation decks, they stood transfixed, eyes wide, smiling. They whispered about memories that weren't theirs, places they'd never been. They spoke in perfect unison, sharing visions of alien cities, emotions without names, lives that flickered like light. Naira tried to pull them back, but the garden had already taken root in their minds. She initiated emergency evacuation, but the ship didn't respond. She was alone at the controls when she realized the ship had moved. It was no longer outside the garden. It was part of it. And outside, in the swirling color, something vast was opening. Like an eye, or maybe a gate. A welcome, or a warning. The message echoed in her head. You are seen. You are remembered. Now, dream. The ship Odyssey Wraith drifted silently through the outer rim of uncharted space. Engineer Raylan Voss was the last conscious soul aboard, checking one final maintenance log before cryo-sleep. As he moved through the cold metallic corridors, the lights flickered, a tremor shivering through the bones of the ship. Raylan paused. The sensors had picked up nothing. No impact, no anomalies. Yet the sensation gnawed at him, like unseen eyes pressing against the back of his mind. Down in the engineering bay, a strange hum pulsed from the reactor core. Soft at first, then rising into a low, mournful wail. The shadows in the corners of the room seemed thicker, almost liquid, writhing and stretching when he wasn't looking directly at them. At the heart of the hum, Raylan found something impossible. A circular breach in the ship's bulkhead, smooth as glass, leading into blackness deeper than the void outside. No alarms, no damage readings, only an overwhelming feeling of being watched and wanted. He leaned closer, and from within the hole he heard whispers, fragments of old ship logs, voices of crewmates long gone. "Join us," they murmured. "You're already halfway through." Raylan backed away, but the ship around him had changed. The walls pulsed like living tissue. The floors creaked under unseen footsteps. His breath fogged the air, even though the temperature hadn't dropped. When he tried to send a distress signal, the console simply reflected his face. Only, it wasn't his face anymore. And behind him, the whispers grew louder. The starship Vigilant drifted at the edge of a collapsed star, its crew long gone, or so it seemed. Captain Reese was the only one left awake, following faint signals no one else could hear. The messages whispered from the blackness, pulling him toward the observation deck every night. They spoke of memories that weren't his, cities built on suns, oceans of crystal thought, creatures with voices like gravity. One night, the deck windows clouded, revealing a fractured landscape outside. Spires of impossible metal orbiting the dying star, each emitting pulses of alien thought. Reese realized the star wasn't dead. It was dreaming. The Vigilant systems began to change, rearranging themselves, the ship almost breathing. The walls bent inward with slow, deliberate rhythm. Reese wandered deeper inside, drawn to the engine core, which now looked less like machinery and more like a living heart. He finally understood. The star's dreams had found him. They needed a vessel, a mind willing to let go. So Reese smiled. For the first time, he felt he truly belonged, a tiny ember inside a god's endless sleep. As the ship blinked out of existence, absorbed into the star's dreaming labyrinth, no distress call was sent. Only the last, faint echo. We are awake.